Another batch of sanctions on Moscow in response to the Ukraine war. The European Commission wants to reduce Russia's energy revenues with measures that will primarily affect oil trading. Since 2022, the EU has significantly cut its dependence on Russian energy and has increased imports of more expensive liquefied natural gas, or LNG, from the US.
Those who shoot themselves in the foot need to figure out how to ensure their energy security. Russia has always been and remains a reliable supplier of energy resources for both European and Asian countries.
The EU's new measures will further target Russia's so-called shadow fleet, the vessels it has used to evade earlier sanctions, while increasing pressure through an oil price cap. But the cap won't affect Russia's energy trading with its Asian partners, as disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz have pushed global oil prices much higher. Moscow has acknowledged that the rising prices have increased Russian export revenues, even if sanctions reduce the overall benefit.
When breaking global, decades-old supply systems, as the US is doing, one should not be surprised that it later turns out that it is very difficult to manage without those whom they wanted to punish, namely Russia.
At the same time, Ukraine has increasingly been targeting Russia's oil facilities, disrupting production and impacting export revenues. Oil refining has fallen to its lowest level since the beginning of the war in 2022. President Vladimir Putin says Ukrainian drone attacks do cause some damage but don't pose a threat to Russia's economy, as it's become less dependent on oil and gas revenues. But currently Russia's economic growth is stagnating. Non-military sectors are shrinking, while inflation has eased slightly from its previous high peaks. And while surging global energy prices have brought a short-term windfall to state coffers, that revenue is not enough to fix economic issues related to more than 4 years of war. European sanctions against Russia for the Ukraine war are becoming tougher. They increasingly limit the development and stability of the country. But so far, the pressure has not pushed Russia to change its course. Yulia Shapovalova, Al Jazeera, Moscow.